Hey, what's good, guys? Trent here, also known as TrentWherld. And today I have another story time here for you guys. Now, before I get started in today's story time, I just want to quickly say I do want to apologize on the lack of me not uploading story times. I've been sick this past couple of weeks, and last month I had a sore throat and I couldn't really talk, so that's why there was no story time. So I do apologize. I'm trying to slowly get back to telling story times and also doing gaming videos at the exact same time. So, like I said, if you guys see more of gaming videos than less of story times, you guys know why. I'm not trying to ditch the story times. I promise you guys I would never do that. Anyway, let's get into today's story time. So, today's story time takes place 8th grade. So, before I tell this story, I try to go on my YouTube channel and find to see if I told this story time, and I cannot find this specific story I told. Maybe I have uploaded it and then I deleted it because I probably used copyright strike, but I'm going to tell the story again cuz why not? So, if you guys don't know the teacher story, but I know what you guys are thinking real quick. You're like, Trent, there's like a bunch of stories you told about teachers. Which one is this one? The story time takes place, I think, 5th or 6th grade. So one day I'm hanging out with my cousin at his house, and it's me and him. We're chilling out. By the way, it's Jake. You guys know who I'm talking about. If you guys don't, then go check out my other videos. He's also part of this video. Anyway, um, so I'm hanging out with Jake at his house, and we're having a great time. And this is back when he had a golf cart. Now I know what you guys are thinking, Trent. Jake had a golf cart. Yeah, this fool had a golf cart. Anyway, not trying to talk about Jake's golf cart. So me and him, we started driving around in his neighborhood, and he told me that one of my teachers from 6th grade lives right down the road from his house, which I did not know. Well, actually, you know what? I kind of knew. Yeah. So anyway, I'm getting off track. So I'm like, okay. He goes, we should prank her. I'm like, okay. What do you want to do? He goes, watch me. So Jake pulls over his golf cart down the road from my teacher's house. He goes up to the door, rings the doorbell, and ends up getting back in the golf cart. He's running to the golf cart, jumps in, and drives away. This guy just did a whole ding dong ditch on my teacher, and we drove away. I'm like, bro, like no way you just did that. He goes, yeah, I can't believe I did it either. So we, so then I go, bro, let me try. So we take a lap around his neighborhood, and at this time I go, and we do it again, and then we end up driving away. So I'm like, bro, like we should do it again. So then we went about two or three more times, and then I think at the fourth time we or the fourth or fifth time, I don't remember, but I think the fifth time, uh, he parked in the driveway, and I ran up to the doorbell, rung it, and then his golf cart didn't start, and we were screwed. And then her husband ended up coming outside, saw us, and he goes, you better get off my property right now." So we drove away from my teacher's house, and we couldn't go outside because we just got in trouble from my teacher, my 6th grade teacher. Anyway, keep in mind this was during, I think, the weekend. Anyway, so Monday or Tuesday comes around, and we I end up going to uh recess. It was like early in the morning because we had, back then during 6th grade, we had recess during in the morning, and then in the afternoon. Yeah. So that's how my elementary was back in the day. Anyway, so we end up um I end up being in class, and we take a trip to the library because every, I think, either Monday or Tuesday we would always take a trip to the library, and we would just pick out a book. And this is when, you know, back then you can actually like pick out a book with like a school ID, and then like you can return it at any time, or I think past the due date. Well, we had the free roam of getting books for free, but we had to return it the next time we went to the library. So, um, so then I'm trying to keep my cool and not trying to talk about the doorbell situation at all, and I'm trying to keep it cool. Then after we got back to the classroom, we had to put our things away because it was time for break. And my teacher stops me, and she goes, "Trent, do you mind if you stay back for a second?" I'm like, "Sure." So everybody goes off to recess, and it's me and my teacher. She looks at me and she goes, "So, well, how was your weekend?" I go, "Good, good. I hanged out with my cousin, and um, we just had a great time." She goes, "That's cool. That's cool. Um, quick question, Trent. When were you hanging out with your cousin?" I go, "Oh, Friday after school." She goes, "That's interesting because I saw you Friday." And in my head, I'm thinking, how did you see me on Friday? Like, how?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" So I'm playing stupid at this point. She goes, "Well, let's just say, Trent, I wasn't born yesterday." And I said, "I didn't say you were born yesterday." She goes, Look at this on my phone." So this teacher had a Ring camera on the side of the garage. She pulled up the footage of me and Jake going around in his golf cart, ringing her doorbell, and we end up keep doing, and she's fast forwarding the footage of us doing this. Keep in mind. And um and I know we're screwed at this point because now she knows that me and my cousin got caught. So she goes, "So that's not you and Jake w- driving around in a golf cart ringing my doorbell?" And at this point, I couldn't lie out of this one. This one was completely on me. There was nothing I could say. She goes, I go, yeah, that's us on the golf cart." She goes, "Okay, this is what I want you to do. Go get your cousin and bring him into to our classroom." I'm like, okay. So I leave the classroom and I have to go find Jake. Keep in mind, Jake had different friends. Me and him, we weren't close like we were during elementary, like that we are in high school. Like me and Jake are pretty close in high school, but like elementary, we were kind of separate. So I had to go find him. So I end up finding him. I go, "Bro, I think we're in trouble." He goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "Friday." He goes, "Oh no." I go, "Yeah, bro, you have to come with me." He goes, "All right, where do I have to go with you to where?" I go to my classroom. He goes, "Okay." So I take him and I brought him back to class. And my teacher has this letter that she wrote. She goes, "Here, read this letter." So me and Jake, we look at this letter, and it's basically an apology letter, and it kind of says this like things that we would never do again. So she has her phone. She's recording me and Jake. Keep in mind, there's tears coming down both of our eyes while this is happening, and our face turns puffy, our eyes are all red, and bro, Um, so then what's it called? She goes, "All right, I want one of you guys to that read that letter." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll read half of it." So she grabs her phone, she starts recording me as I'm saying this. I think what the letter kind of said was, me, Trent, and Jake promise never to ring I'll give her name, Miss Erica's doorbell again, or ding dong ditch her. And then at that point, I started crying. I'm like, Jake, read the letter for me. And then he goes, and I promise to get her Starbucks every week. And that's when Jake had enough. He puts the paper down. He tries to walk out. And then she goes, "Don't go, Jake." And that's when she stops recording. And then she goes, "All right, this is what I'm going to do. For now on, Trent, you are not allowed to have recess for about 2 weeks. Jake, you are no longer to come to my house to trick or treat or come by to say hi anymore. Trent, that also goes for you. Do you two understand?" And we're like, "Yes, ma'am." So that was it. I was caught, and my mom, that night, I went home, and my mom found out, and I was grounded. My mom got mad at me, and I was in trouble from my mom, my dad, my brothers thought it was funny. Both my brothers thought it was really, really funny. For me, it was not. I was grounded for about 2 weeks, and I had no recess. So, yeah, that's it. In the end, I ended up getting in trouble, and Jake got off easy, I think. I don't remember. This was like, I don't know how long. I think this was like 2019, 2018. I don't remember. But, yeah, that's it. To this day, I don't see that teacher. Well, I kind of do, but we don't talk anymore. Usually, sometimes she would say hi to me, and I would say hi to her. Hopefully she's not watching this video, but if she is, Miss Erica, if you are watching this video, I do want to apologize for me ding dong ditching you. So does Jake. Uh, we do apologize if we ended up if we kept on ding dong ditching you. We've learned our lesson from that day. But more of the story is don't ding dong ditch. Okay, even if it's your teachers, do not do it. Okay, because you're eventually gonna get caught. So, moral of the story, don't ding dong ditch. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's story time. If you guys did, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. If you guys are brand new to the channel, feel free to leave your guys' story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see y'all later. Peace.